Next lesson is the volume of composite solids. Find the volume of the solid round to the nearest tenth. So in this case, we're going to break it down. We have a cylinder and we have our cone. So your cylinder is pi r squared times the height, and your cone is 1/3 pi r squared times the height. This is 8 feet across, which means my radius is 4. Since it's the same on top and bottom, that'll be the same for the cylinder and the cone. So pi times 4 squared. The height of the cylinder is 4. And on your cone, your radius is 4 squared, and the height of that is 5. So if we want to keep our answer in terms of pi, we can definitely do that. So this is going to give us 64 pi. And over here, we're going to have 16 times 5. So this will give us something that kind of doesn't really work out then. So we're going to get 26 2/3. Make that 80 pi. We can actually combine those two together. So if we have 80 plus 64, we're going to end up with 272 pi, and that's going to be cubic feet, which we can say is about 284.7 cubic feet if we're rounding to the nearest tenth then. For this one we have our cone. It's actually made of 2 cones, so we're going to have cone 1 plus cone 2, so 1/3 pi r squared height plus 1/3 pi r squared height. Radius will be the same, it's 6 in both of these it looks like. So 1/3 times pi times 6 squared. Height is 5.5. And on cone 2, so I'm calling this side 1 and this side 2, 1/3 times pi times 6 squared times the height of that one is 13. I'm going to actually just go ahead and convert these to decimals. So this first part here gives me 207.24, and the second part will give me 489.84. So 489.80. Oops. 697. Sorry, I didn't hit equals. Hello. 0.08 cubic inches then. If you're wondering what that noise is, my daughter is supposed to be sleeping right now, but clearly nap time is not happening. Instead, we're sitting in our crib talking to ourselves and pulling our socks off. So, yes, that's what that noise is. Isaiah is making cone-shaped ice cubes by using a mold. The radius is 1.5 inches, height is 2 inches. 1 cubic inch is about 0.55 ounces. How many ounces will 10 ice cubes weigh? So we first have to figure out what is our volume. We're talking about a cone, pi r squared times the height, so 1/3 times pi. Radius is 1.5 inches, and the height is 2. It's going to give me 4.71. I'm making 10 ice cubes, so multiply that by 10 cubes. So it's going to be 47.1, and it's going to be cubic inches. Every cubic inch is about 0.55 ounces, so since I can just multiply that, so we get 25.9 ounces then. Right? Last example, I'm going to have you pause the video for a second, see if you can find her error. And there it is. If you found it, she said 4-inch diameter, but then she plugged the 4 inches in as the radius.